What's going on, guys? Brilu here. Now a little bit about the gameplay before I get into the main topic of today's video. I dropped like 70 kills in this gameplay. I went 70 to 14, I believe, and we somehow still lost. Like, I don't understand. It seems like I always get stuck with like shitty teammates that can't even cap one flag. Like, seriously, I got like 70 kills and you guys can't capture like 2 flags. It's annoying, but yeah, so today I'm going to talk about World Gaming. I haven't talked about them for a while, mostly because they haven't set up any big tournaments in like the past few months or so. I don't really know the reasoning for this. For me, it would make more sense to like put a lot of tournaments during the summer or even like during the winter break while people aren't going to school or work. But I guess maybe you're on vacation, you don't really want to, and like, you know, you want to spend time with your family, you don't really want to like grind and do all this shit. I mean, some people would do, but probably a lot of people don't want to. So I can understand that, sort of, but at the same time, it's like if you're going through school and work, it's hard to like set aside time to play a lot of video games, or, you know, set aside time to practice with your team, or, you know, join up for tournaments or whatever, what have you, right? So yeah, it's been about 4 months or so actually now that I can remember. The last one was Uncharted 4 that I played in. So if you don't know what World Gaming is, it's basically kind of like another MLG or UMG company. So it's like a gaming company that hosts tournaments and matches so gamers can, you know, play for money and all that jazz. They're fairly new, well, at least to me, I guess. I only found them like a year ago now. Yeah, I think it's been about a year. I'm not sure if they have been doing this for longer than that. So they've done only 3 like big tournaments so far during the last year that I've known them for. And I say this because the thing that kind of separates World Gaming from like MLG or UMG is that they have like these Canadian-only big tournaments because they're sponsored or partnered with Cineplex, which is a theater company that, you know, obviously hosts that, you know, you can go to their theaters and watch movies and stuff. So yeah, so they, you know, their tournaments are set up there, and they have these big, huge tournaments, and you can actually play on those big theaters, and people can buy tickets and actually watch them there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Black Ops 3 was like the first one. I actually got to round 3 of like the online qualifier thing, but lost. Then there was Street Fighter 5 after that, which I didn't participate in, mostly because I don't play the game. I didn't really want to go out and like buy a brand new game and then have to like learn how to play the game, and then, you know, have to play it at like, you know, and then learn even more and try to play it at a competitive level, which I'm just not that good at. And I also just don't really like fighting games, really. I'm not a fan of like 2D fighter games like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. I don't know, I'm more of like a button masher rather than like actually someone who knows how to do combos and stuff. Like, it's always really confusing for me. Yeah, and it gets like super repetitive to me, but I digress. And the last tournament they did was Uncharted 4, which me and my team, because this one was actually team 1, we made it to like regionals, but then we lost, because like, now the reasons why, I'm going to explain why we lost, not explain why we lost, but the reasons I'm going to maybe fix is going to come a little bit later on in the video, but I'm not sure if I should at World Gaming in this video like I did in my previous video that I made talking about them. But the other video was just like really bad, and just like I used to just like go and do commentaries just off the top of my head, and I would never like actually write stuff down, and I'm really bad. Like, I'm forcing myself to kind of not talk too fast, because I find that I talk way too fast sometimes. So I just mumble my words, say it too fast, and then I forget what I have to say a lot of the time too. I don't really know why. I guess my mouth talks faster than my brain thinks sometimes. I don't know. So yeah, so, you know, nowadays I try to like actually write stuff down, so hopefully it comes across like it's a little bit more slightly professional videos. Hopefully you guys hopefully it comes across in the videos that way. But yeah, so I added them in my previous video in the title, so I think I am going to do that in this one too. You guys will obviously know by the time this is uploaded. By the time I'm recording this, I'm not too sure now. But now, if you're wondering as to why I'm making this video like now about World Gaming, and, you know, why not like earlier and whatever, it's because World Gaming, or I guess rather Cineplex, has announced that Infinite Warfare is going to be the next tournament for the huge, Canadian Championship thing. And obviously, I play Infinite Warfare. I'm playing it here, actually, in the background, as you guys can tell. And it's actually one of the games I'm actually really good at. So, like, World Gaming hasn't officially announced it on their site yet, but I saw an ad for it recently when I went to go watch Star Wars Rogue One, which is a good movie, by the way. I should if you haven't seen it, I would recommend you guys to go watch it. But yeah, it was an ad, obviously in the trailers before the movie starts, and it was something like it said it was coming in January or something, so this month sometime, and it said Infinite Warfare, so yeah, it'll be cool. And like I did mention this in the other video, but here's the problem that I hope that they don't repeat with Infinite Warfare like this month, like they did last year with Black Ops 3, and like I hope it's not a 1v1 tournament, because last year that's what they did for Black Ops 3, and like I don't mind Black Ops 3, like it's an alright Call of Duty, but anyone who has ever played Call of Duty and ever will tell you that it's not meant to be played in a 1v1 format. Like they would also tell you that 1v1s in COD just doesn't really showcase skill either, and like especially if you're playing for money, which that is what these tournaments are for. It basically just turns into who can get one kill faster than the other person and then just hide the rest of the game. And instead of showcasing skill or whoever is actually better at the game or whoever is a better player, it just rewards who is the better camper or head glitcher. Like, because when I move around, where I could just sit in a corner, pre-aim a doorway and wait for the other guy to to move and come at me, and they have like the radar only on thing, so you can see where the other guy is always, and it's played really weird, and that's not how it's meant to be played. Like, I don't know, it's just like and like it's because there's like no objectives. It's team deathmatch, right? The only objective is to kill the other guy. So like not only is it kind of like boring and kind of for the players, but also for the viewers. Like the viewers don't want to watch a 1v1 between two nobodies that like, are just gonna be camping like for about 90% of the game and get one kill. I mean, at least if it's 4v4 and like not have radar on only, at least with objective based, in an objective based game mode, at least it would like be somewhat more enjoyable for viewers to watch. So yeah, like that's what I propose, to make it like a 4v4 team game with game modes like capture the flag, hardpoint, search and destroy, and uplink. I feel like that would be a lot better. Even though trying to get a team of 4 would be a lot harder for me to do, rather than just getting like 1v1, because 1v1 it's just me. I just like hop on, register whenever I feel like it. For 4v4, I have to get like 4 other people. I have to get like or 3 other teammates that have to be Canadian, preferably live near me. Obviously play Call of Duty, play Infinite Warfare, right? And it's actually good at the game, and it has to be 18 plus, and just all these things. So it is definitely a lot harder, but I feel like I don't know, like it's a lot harder. But I just hope and prefer that the tournaments are in this 4v4 team format, because it would actually showcase and reward skill rather than just who is the better camper, right? And this happened in the Uncharted 4 tournament as well. Uncharted 4 is a really fun game. I personally like the campaign more than I like multiplayer. I'll if I can remember, I'll link the video down below where I was playing with my team in the tournament, and it was one of the games that we played. And oh my god, it was one of the most boring games of like all time that I've ever played in like any video game. Like, and like I've played Minecraft. Like it's just pretty insane. And it wasn't just me; it was me and my 4 other teammates thought the exact same thing. And why? Because like an entire game of Uncharted 4 team deathmatch, like the entire total kills in one game was 1 kill in like 7 minutes of like, and a normal team deathmatch game goes up to like 40 kills, and like the Uncharted one kind of suffered from the same thing, but same thing as like the Call of Duty tournament, but like also slightly different. Like so normally full matches of Uncharted are like 10 plus minutes long, right? So like the whole economy of like getting money to buy like nades and Shinamani stones and all this other stuff that like is a factor in all these in like normal Uncharted when you play is like nothing in this. And the fact that it was team deathmatch again, like COD, there's like no incentive to actually move. You just wait around for the other guy, for other people to come to you. So all these problems, I can see at least could be easily fixed. Like now, of course, of course I don't work for them, so I don't know like the number of participants. I don't know the viewers. I don't know like the behind the scenes costs and profits they have. Like I don't know if it's actually profitable or whatnot. But since this is like the 4th tournament that I've known about in the past year or so that they've done, it clearly indicates that it is at least profitable business, that they do make money. Otherwise they wouldn't do it, because if you're not making money, why keep doing something that isn't gonna be making you money? So because like at the end of the day, yeah, it's a business, and business's primary goal is to make money. And like I'm just a guy with no experience in actually running a company like this, so it's not like it's my place to tell them to do anything or they should listen. But I feel like that they could increase their viewers, which in turn would make them more money, and increase maybe the participants too. Now, like if I were World Gaming, I'd be looking at companies like MLG or UMG, not only because like they're your competition, but you could also follow what they're doing, because obviously what works for them will hopefully work for you. That's sort of how that makes sense, right? And also just understand how each game is meant to be played. Like so for COD, MLG does 4v4 objective-based game modes, so CTF, S&D, etc. Like look at how the top pro players of each game play each game, right? So Rocket League is 3v3 games, although Rocket League probably is the only exception to this, because you can play 1v1s and it actually does kind of showcase skill if you're actually better than the other guy. But it would be more entertaining to watch the 3v3. Uncharted 4 pros do actually play team deathmatch, which is kind of weird, but they play without the second chance down revive system. And like I said, it's understanding how each game works best and make rules around that. So like honestly, I was kind of surprised that the Uncharted tournament was actually team-based and it wasn't just like 1v1. I kind of thought it would be 1v1 when I first heard about it. Like it's just kind of weird. Like imagine if Overwatch was picked up as like the next tournament after the Infinite Warfare one for World Gaming. Under their rules, it would be like 1v1 matches on like Payload or something, where like, and if you don't know anything about Overwatch, it's like a team-based game right down to like the core mechanic. Like the whole thing is team-based, 6v6. It would be super boring and like just even weird to watch if it was like a 1v1 thing, because it would probably end up only being like Soldier 76 being used by both of the parties, and like none of the rules that you would play, how you would be playing the game normally, would apply to that at all. So it's really, like I said, just understand fundamentally how the game is meant to be played. Yeah, even though it should be played normally, 6v6 team-based matches. And like I understand some of the challenges that they have. Like they're probably super pressed for time and they want things done quickly, which is why they do a lot of 1v1 tournaments. Because I noticed that like when I signed up for the Black Ops 3 tournament 1v1, there was like a lot of people signed up, and then there wasn't nearly as much people who signed up for the Uncharted 4 tournament. That could be because a lot of things. Maybe a lot of people. There's a lot more people that like Black Ops 3. But then on top of that, because Uncharted was a team one, it's a lot harder to find a team, so it was a lot harder just to get groups or get people to participate in the thing, in the actual tournament. And yeah, like the time is usually shorter than normal, but like these rules only really work in fighting games, I feel. Like Street Fighter 5. Like I didn't play in the tournament, but I'm assuming that tournament probably went better than the other 2 tournaments. Just because I feel like those rules work well in fighting games, where there's only 2 players and you can see each other at all times, right? It's like a side scroller thing, right? Like both the 2 players are on the same screen basically at all times. You can't really go anywhere or hide anywhere. So yeah, you can put like the max time to like 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes max. Like it works well in that way, because you're not gonna have like a 10-minute drawn out long fight. But like in a game like COD, where like there's this huge map and I don't see where the other guy is all the time. The other guy doesn't see where I am all the time. It's played a lot differently, and obviously it's playing a lot more super fast. And like like, see, like, I don't even like or even play that many fighting games. The only one I really like is Naruto. That's because it's like 3D. I kind of like that kind of 3D fighter is better, and plus it's Naruto, so there's that. And like, even though I don't like fighting games as much, I can understand like how they should be played and how they're meant to be played. Like, it'd be kind of weird if it was like, if there was like a 4-player Street Fighter game where like there's 4 people on one fight. I don't know if they can do that. I don't play that game, like I said before. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's actually gonna watch this, and like if you have watched for this long, like I really do appreciate it. It's pretty awesome. I hope at least some of what I said makes sense. I know it's a little bit of a rant, but I know maybe some of you don't care either. It's something weird, but I kind of like it because I am going to, like I said, I will be participating in this Infinite Warfare tournament. So, you know, like whenever they actually announce the actual date for it, you know, I'm gonna be trying to practice a lot actually. So thank God it's actually a game that I'm actually really good at. Plus I play a lot of. But regardless if it's like 4v4 or 1v1, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to brush up on my K-bar skills because that's what like the pros use. At least that's what the little amount of pro Infinite Warfare gameplay that I've seen. That's what they use and that's what they say. Like the K-bar and the OSA. I don't like the OSA at all. I cannot use that gun. But the K-bar I can at least use. Although I do like the MV4 the best, but the K-bar like instantly melts. So like I said, I hope it's not 1v1. If any of you World Gaming guys are actually watching this, which I kind of don't think you guys are, but if you guys do, like, I appreciate it. I know my channel is kind of bad. My content is kind of really shitty. But yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. I know it's like this different type of video for you. I'm not gonna be doing it often. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream the thing either. I might. Yeah, I'm just gonna practice the fuck out of Infinite Warfare. It's gonna kind of suck because I'm not gonna be playing as much Overwatch, but yeah, we'll see how far I can go. So, like I said, hopefully it's a team-based game. Cross fingers. See you guys in the next one. Peace.